Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Global Team Aloha Monday Zoom. I'm just realizing that my picture is crooked in the back. It drives me crazy. I might have to move that. But how is everybody? I know that we are in tricky times right now. And before I get started, we have an amazing couple on our Zoom today. And forgive me if I'm scattered, but I have 2 kids home from school and my 3rd baby and everything. I was running in here after making smoothies. You know, it's a juggle. But here's the best part is I'm home and I'm able to work from home just like all of you. We are incredibly blessed right now. I am so grateful that we said yes a while ago. Some of us have an income already coming in. Some of you are just starting. So we're going to give you some tools on how to grow that, because right now is a incredible time to be in the industry that we are in, especially when you are in, ahead of everyone with nutrigenomic products that are literally strengthening us from the inside out, outside in. We are lucky. So a few awesome announcements. Marci, Dondee, and I got off an amazing elite call this morning. Early for me, it was like 5:30 a.m. But we are going to, at LifeVantage, going to start an 8-week training, online training sessions every Saturday. I will send a text out on WhatsApp feeds of exactly what time it is for you. But for us, it's going to be 6 a.m. So for some of you, you're like, but I'm telling you, I've been waking up early for like 3 weeks now, like early, like 4:30, getting set for the day, going to bed a little earlier. And it's just something really special about that. And then by the time your kids wake up, you've already done your business. You've already, been trained. You know what you're going to do for your week. And these trainings are going to be awesome because they're going to be led by all elites and some corporate staff. We're going to go over products, new skills, and a call to action, basically, and that's going to be 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So I don't know if you want to write that down now. We will send it out in a WhatsApp, but it's going to be every Saturday for the next 8 weeks, starting this Saturday. So awesome. They're also going to be doing weekly webinars on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and that's going to start next week. And, I know that we have a Tropical Biohackers call then, I think right around then, but this is going to, you may even want this to take action. Maybe you change the call for a little bit, because this is going to be awesome. Basically, the company knows that in a good economy, network marketing does good. But in a bad economy, network marketing does phenomenal. And hold on, Joel, I can't do both, but I will look into that in a second. I know you're asking a question, but the other thing is that we are going to be posting opportunity meetings. I do mine every Friday for you guys, but we're going to be doing, all the elites are going to be posting their opportunity Zoom on Big Blue Calendar. I don't know if you guys remember that. A lot of us used that in the beginning. It's still going. It's still an awesome resource, bigbluecalendar.com. And you can go there and you're going to be able to see a lot of people, elites mainly, posting about their opportunity meeting. So that's exciting, because here's the thing. Everything's getting shut down. Everyone's going to be home. We're not going to be doing meetings. We're not going to be in, social settings with very many people. I mean, our family's already quarantined completely. We're not letting any friends come over. And the thing is that we have an opportunity to share that you can do something from home and make money and be home and share products that are changing the way that we see our health and optimize our health, which is very powerful. So check that Big Blue Calendar, check on that. I just posted, I don't know if you guys saw it on Facebook, but Eric Worre just did a post saying that there is only 5% occupancy, I think he said, for the next couple months on the Strip in Vegas. My friend from New York texted saying, listen, New York is shut down. All the restaurants are closed. We're literally like barely can get out. This is so real. And I just saw a thing from Trump that said that this is going to last into August, he's thinking. So I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to let you know that we have our hands on something so gigantic that now is the time. If you've ever been hesitant, get that out the door, because people are going to be looking. Just today, when I woke up, I had 15 text messages from people that wanted product that had said no forever. I had a distributor that had kind of fallen off for a while reach back out to me and say that she has an influencer of 1.6 million followers that wants to do a an interview on her stories where she had 300,000 followers watching. I'm just saying that everything is ripe right now. Do not let this scare you. Let this motivate you to help others on a level that we really haven't even seen. You know, in 2008, I wasn't even in yet, but I know Brandon Cunningham was just sharing that 2008 was a great year to do network marketing. And he got so many people on board because of what happens with the, you know, when the economy falls apart. So, great news. Are you ready for this? The call center, 92% of calls in customer service are answered in 60 seconds or less. Woo! You guys remember when we were on there for an hour waiting? I mean, that wasn't that long ago. So the longest wait time they reported is 6 minutes. So get excited about that. I know you guys are. I just want to reach out and just promote Christy Abel. I know there's a few of you that had, you know, done really good in the regionals and the race of the regionals, and you guys were able to qualify for the dinner with the elite, and now that those are canceled, that's not very good. So I'm gonna kind of, you know, highlight you guys over the next little bit, but today I want to just reach out and I want to highlight Christy Abel. This girl qualified for her elite dinner in February. She has been running. She has hit the ground and been running. She sees this as a way to really maximize her dreams and to get her dreams and to get her goals and all of that. So this is a big deal. I want, if you guys have a chance, reach out to Christy Abel on Facebook or whatever and just give her a high five, give her a thumbs up, a heart, whatever you want to do. But it's a big deal. It's really awesome. Let me see, couple more things. Oh, 30 money back guarantee for anyone that wants to return their products, which you know they're not going to be wanting to return their products. But just so you know, even an unopened bottle, 30-day money back guarantee for people. But don't go spreading that. I'm just saying that's cool, isn't it? That's our company. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, a lot of you have been wondering if we have the supply to handle, like if people are, you know, trying to ramp up on production or ramp up on their products, you know, stockpile like they're doing with toilet paper. But we have a 9-month supply right now, ready to go. If everything had to be shut down, we got 9 months supply to handle the demand. We also have raw ingredients in Utah that are ready to go. So don't worry about LifeVantage. This company knows what's going on. It knows that these are times that they can excel with their business and really more than that, just help a lot of people. So I just wanted to bring on our guests today. These two have been a huge, they don't even realize this, but you know, Dondee and Marci have been a huge inspiration for me since the beginning. You guys are just an amazing power duo. Dondee was oh, there's my kids are going to come in there. They found me. He was a doctor. She was a police officer. They found each other. They fell in love. They're just like the epitome. They're almost like Rusty and Debbie. They have this sizzle thing about them where they walk into the room and you're just like, oh my gosh, these two are unbelievably incredible. I want to get to know them. And so they have been so inspiring to me. They've built up to Pro 9, a business. I'm sure they're going to be Pro 10 soon. It's only a matter of time. So I just want to introduce them with the highest respect. Thank you so much, you guys, for being on this team call. I appreciate it so much, big time. And we're just grateful. We're so grateful that you guys are taking the time. I know they're going to share their story with you guys. I got a pen and paper. I may have to put my photo on so I can go and just regulate, make sure they're watching the baby. My kids are watching the baby. Oh, you guys know how that goes. They're even grandparents. They're laughing because they know that what I'm juggling right now. So go ahead, guys. Thank you so much again. I really just so appreciate you taking the time today. Big time.
Oh, Daisy, it's an absolute honor to be asked, number one, and to be able to bring something that's very dear to our hearts at a time that there's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. And I think we are just so blessed to be able to do this together. And Daisy, the professionalism that you bring and the leadership and the skill set that you bring is absolutely incredible. And we are just honored and blessed to be able to lock arms with amazing people. This looks like the Brady Bunch screen to us, all these amazing faces and just the high caliber people that are attracted to this. We're just in honor to be in such great company. But thank you again for the invitation. So for those of you who don't know, I was a family wellness chiropractor for many years. And I live in the state of Arizona. I was born and raised in Northern California in Silicon Valley, moved to Arizona in 2003 to start my first practice. And within about 4 years, we had the fourth largest practice in the state of Arizona. And not because I'm any better than any other of the chiropractors that are part of, 700 chiropractors in Phoenix. I'm not better than any other of them, but what I did have is a commitment to help people. And that's pretty contagious. And I didn't have to do very much advertising because I wanted to help people with their health and wellness, and actually teach them how not to go to doctors by honoring their own inherent wisdom that they were born with and understanding how to maximize that. And it carried outside my practice. I was an AM talk radio show host for a couple of years and had a wonderful radio show. But what all of that time was 80 to 90 hours a week on average outside my home, caring for the people that were paying my bills and not being able to spend time with the people that I loved the most because I was never home. And when I saw LifeVantage, it came at a time that I was at the height of my professional career and the height of my contribution and influence to humanity, but at the lowest part of my life as a human being, because I had two young children, my 3-year-old son and a newborn daughter, I was looking at them growing up without a father. And it was devastating for me. And when LifeVantage came, and what made it so devastating is I made a promise to my dying father, who died a couple weeks before I saw LifeVantage. He made a promise, or he made my brother and I promise that we would never find ourselves in his shoes. When dying of a terminal disease, he died of esophageal cancer in 13 months from diagnosis to funeral. He had no way of going back and rectifying the things that he was most guilty about in life, which was being a provider and not a father that spent time with us. And he made us promise we would spend more time with our kids, when I was already spending 80 to 90 hours a week outside my home. And I made a promise to my father, but I was breaking it when I made it to him, and he passed 3 days later. So the burden of carrying around, I broke a promise to my father that I'll never be able to make it right. And then LifeVantage comes into my life and changes everything. And within a year, sold my practice, canceled my radio show. A couple years later, met this amazing human being, the most amazing woman I've ever met in my life. We lost marriages because of our former lives. And Marci and I came together in this. We're now home-based entrepreneurs and grandparents and parents, and helping people in 19 countries around the world, not only when my practice is open. And it's just the ability to give back was why home-based entrepreneurs is the best thing that's ever happened to us. But I mean, let's be honest, just today, the world changed dramatically. And we're all sitting in the driver's seat of something spectacular that is going to define humanity for decades to come based on what we do with what we have now.
Yeah. So all of a sudden the world's uncomfortable, right? So just so you know, both of us, this is our first time ever doing network marketing. So if you're a first timer, it's okay. And there's a lot of first timers out there, or people that have never done it before, that are looking to you, that are looking for this type of an opportunity now. For me, my career choice was law enforcement. I was a police officer for almost 10 years. I loved it. I was great at it. Made good money, was able to pay my bills and take care of my kids. The problem is that my kids were only 6 and 9 when I went through the law enforcement academy. So it was tough to be there as the mom that I wanted to be. It wasn't like now, us being home. I had to choose to work graveyards so I could be home when my kids got home from school. And something else too is that LifeVantage found me at my most uncomfortable time, because in 2009, I was in a car accident on duty that ended my career. That fast, with a brain injury and several herniated discs requiring surgery. I was out of how I made money. So then all of a sudden I can't pay my bills. I'm in a marriage that's already struggling and financial difficulties. I go through a divorce, lose a house. I got really, really depressed in this whole circumstance and was given more prescription medications that had warning labels on there that said may cause suicidal tendencies. And I had 4 suicide attempts before what we're talking about here was brought into my life. So uncomfortable. Yeah, I was in a really uncomfortable place. But what we have to tell you guys is that being uncomfortable is not a bad thing, because people that are uncomfortable are the ones that are willing to do what it takes to do something different to change their lives. And so when I said the world got really uncomfortable today, people make poor choices and bad decisions when they don't know that there's something else. Right? So think about that. There's people out there that are waiting for the hope that you have to bring to them. So talk about what happened today. Where are we at?
Yeah, but with President Trump's announcement, as recommended by the CDC, that people don't gather in groups of 10 or more, or any higher than 10. Today is Monday, the first day of the first week, when there's literally millions of people here in the US that are home, that would normally be at work, and their kids are home when they would normally be at school. And they're in this environment of, oh crap, what do we do now? The world literally changed over the weekend. And they're starting to wonder, how long am I going to be home? How long am I not going to be making income? What's going to happen with the mortgage? What's going to happen with the car payments and all these other things? And what I know to be true, and this has happened over and over and over in recorded history, is that trying times challenge us as a human being, as a human species. And during trying times, people come together and they just figure it out as a collective, but they're looking for options. And this is something also, whether it be 9/11 tragedy or all the other tragedies that we've happened in our lives, you can see people that have different opinions, different political beliefs, different spiritual beliefs, different ethnicities, all come together for the sake of being a good human being. And there's so many people right now that are looking for good human beings. There's people that are freaked out about their health and whether they're going to succumb to the things that are going around the world. And we happen to be working with a company that doesn't just have regular products. We have scientifically validated and proven products. And we have to be and we're also at a company at the time that compliance is the most important thing that we talk about when we represent our products, that we've got to be compliant. Because just over the weekend, the FDA sent out 7 warning letters to companies that are doing it wrong. FDA and the Federal Trade Commission and the Food and Drug Administration. So we are in the right company, the only company in our space that has scientific products, the only company that is focusing so hard on compliance, but also when we've got leaders of high character, and all of you individually have a network of people that are watching you right now on what you do in this situation. And if you're calm and you're offering solutions and you're a servant leader, it's going to be contagious. They're going to wonder what you have. How do you have so much peace in your body's ability? What are you doing to make that happen? And there's other people that are worrying how they're going to pay their mortgage, and you're not so stressed out. You've got a home-based income that they want to know more about. So like Daisy previously said, and what Brandon talked about in 2008, there's going to be more millionaires created right now, and not because they're greedy, but because they're helping humanity. And humanity needs more help right now than probably in the history of our world. And we don't really even know where this is going. But we know that times are changing, and we know that we are blessed to be working with a company that's doing it right, with products that activate our bodies, and with the most amazing home-based business model out there. So we're all in a very unique situation to literally take people's stresses and worries and turn them into hope and prosperity solutions for them.
Yeah. So we need to make sure that we're seeing the opportunity. Okay. We need to know that there's people out there now that normally would be at work that are now at home and have time to do something else. And they just need guidance, and they need hope that there's something that they can do with a team of people that will show them how to do it. There's people out there that are desperate to be supported in their healthy lifestyle, in their optimal health, right? And we have solutions to all of those things. So we need to make sure that we're actually seeing the opportunity that we can grab hold of and taking advantage of it. So we want to make sure that we do it the right way, though, right? We don't want to be vultures that are just like hovering over the top and just waiting for the most vulnerable to go after, right? No, we do not want to do it that way. But what we do want to do is that we want to make sure that we're inviting with class and with care. We want to make sure that we are the light that people need so desperately right now, because just like in any dark circumstance, living things are drawn to the light. So be the light. So what does that look like in an invitation to see what we have going on? First of all, people, be a carer of people. Don't be looking at what you're going to get out of the interaction, but do look at how you can help someone else feel more confident and cared for. So if you're going to reach out to someone in an invite, you can just reach out and say, hey, Julie, hey, John, I'm reaching out for a specific reason, but first, I want to check on you. How are you doing? How's you and your family? Are you safe? Are you cared for? And listen, people right now need to be heard. And if they're afraid, Don't feed into the fear. Let them talk. And then they're going to ask you, how are you doing? And that's when you can say, it's like, you know what? I am so thankful to be where I'm at right now, because I'm not as worried as I think I would have been if I hadn't taken advantage of something I did a while ago. And more than likely, they're going to say, you know what is it? Right?
Right.
And that's when you say, well, if I share some information with you, will you take a look at it? Will you take a serious look at it? If they say yes, it's like, awesome. When do you think you could watch, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, of a video to where I can get you seeing just a brief glimpse about why I'm in the position I'm in? When? Because we want to find out when they're going to be able to watch it, right? And when they say, well, I can do it right now, it's like, great, this is what we do next. Is it best for me to send you the link via text, email, or messenger? Find out the best way for them to receive it, okay? And then you're going to say, all right, it's about 10 minutes of video that you're going to be able to watch. Now, we have specific ways that we do it with our team, and I know you guys have an amazing system because you've got amazing leaders. So stick to this system. Keep it simple, okay? Don't try to make up this whole new thing now that we're in a different world. Keep it simple. Don't overwhelm, and just take it through the steps. For us, we've got step 1, product information. Step 2, business information. Step 3, connect to the team. And then wherever they fit, we're going to help them get started. Keep it simple. Be excited, but don't start out thinking you're going to get a customer or a distributor. Start out in the mindset that you want to make sure someone knows that they're cared for.
And then just be as authentic as possible. So it's not the time to brush the dust off of your scripts and start practicing scripts that are not what you would normally say. It's a time to get out of your mind and get into your heart and meet people where their need is, not where your need is. And that's really what's going to be, people are going to be able to see a salesperson coming from a mile away. They're going to see the people that have their best interest in mind and not the person who they're talking to's best interest in mind. So be classy, be authentic, be problem solvers, and the people that are going to make the most difference in this life, and as a result of making the most difference, making the most money and helping the most people, are the people that are solving the biggest problems. And that's what you want to be. Be known as a problem solver, not as a vulture capitalizing on people's problems, because it's going to identify you. And I did a Facebook Live this morning. I get a lot of my inspiration when I'm in the shower. I don't know why, it just happens because I'm in there by myself and I can just think. And it was what we're doing right now. It could literally be defining what our epitaph is. In other words, what are people going to say about us at our funeral? It could be defined by what we do in this time, because there's people that are going to be remembering everything that you do. They're watching you, they're observing you, and how you do you is how they're going to think about you. And when they see you blessing other people and giving people options they didn't previously have, that's going to be attractive to them, just because you're solving other people's issues. And as a result, lifting people up and lifting humanity up. And I think that's so, people can admire that. They want that. They want to be a part of that. And this is something too, the tribe that you're a part of, and you guys have amazing leaders already. Yes. Just become part of, maybe you've just had your toe in the water up to now. Maybe you've just been wondering, is this for me for now? Up until now, maybe I'm not sure really about these products. Are they really that good? They're really that good. And our company is really that good. And the leaders that you have are really that good. So if they're, and maybe it's a belief, can you do it? Because your leaders want to help you and they're really that good, you can do it. Even if you know nothing, even if you're scared, think about this. If you don't do it, what could they have said? How many people could you have helped? How many people could you have literally saved? Their marriage, their lineage, their happiness and their peace in their home. Don't make it about you, make it about other people. And it's so easy to get out of your comfort zone when you take it off of your own insecurities or anxiety and focus it on the people that are in need. And there's a lot of people that fit that category right now. So just be a problem solver, be an authentic human being, and love on people. And it's going to be contagious, and they're going to want to know what you do.
Yeah. So make sure that you're, again, not doing the vulture thing. You're not looking to just share information because you want them to be customers or distributors, that you're reaching out because you want them to know that you truly care about them. Because this really is, whether you're doing it online or need an E, this is a relationship business. And if people don't feel like you truly care about them, then they're not going to want to be in business with you. So you've got to start out with asking the questions like Dondee said, sharing with them simply what we have. After each step, asking them, what did you like best? And then listening to what their response is. Because if you don't listen, you truly don't know the true path to take them on. Because
Right.
each one of us has a different need, and we need to help them get their need fulfilled, right? So listen, listen, listen. And I want to say, listen, Lucy, because I say Lucy, it's Linda, don't you know?
It's a YouTube video, but, and this is something is capitalize on this technology. You may not be able to go meet where you normally have met, but you can meet on Zoom, you can meet on conference calls, you can meet on Zoom, you can meet on Messenger, you can meet on many different platforms using technology to brainstorm, to collaborate, to share stories, to feed off of each other, to tap into your own resources of leadership and extend that leadership down and lift each other up. I would highly, highly, highly recommend accountability groups right now and accountability partners right now, because it's something where you may have awesome things to offer, and we truly do. We all know how amazing our company is and how amazing our products are and how amazing the needs of the world are right now. But there's still going to be people that tell you no, probably more than they tell you yes. So you're going to need lifting up. You're going to need some camaraderie. You're going to need somebody to lift you up when you feel like you can't lift anybody up anymore. That's where it's going to be such a trying time right now. Is these types of times build character, and they build relationships, and they build communities. And we're all a part of an amazing, blessed, and extremely blessed community to be all doing this together. So let's utilize each other. Let's utilize the strengths and resources that we all have. But more importantly, let's be compassionate about the needs of the world and help solve them collectively.
So for duplication, it's really, really important that you follow the system that your team has in place, okay? You want to keep it step by step by step, because duplication is the important thing when you're building a leveraged income. But you do want to get creative now in the way that you're connecting with people. It's like Dondee said, it's like you don't necessarily want to go out to coffee with somebody right now and sit across the table. But you know what I've been doing that I absolutely love and have been getting great response to is I do virtual coffee dates. Somebody that I've been in conversation with over social media that I've never met in person is agreeing to sit down with me over a cup of coffee on Zoom. And we spend like 30 minutes just getting to know each other and listening to each other and see what our passions are, seeing if we mesh, right? Before we even really get into what we do. And so that's another way. And by the way, you can have a virtual coffee date at any time of the day. You don't really have to be drinking coffee.
Actually, it was a better choice.
Yeah, that's generally what I have in my cup, right? So just get creative, because when we go back to where the most millionaires have ever been made in the history of time, again, it has been in the poor economic times. And it's not because they continued doing the same things they were doing before. It's because they got creative and they decided that the discomfort that they were feeling at that moment was not something they ever wanted to feel again. So I want you guys, each one of you, just kind of take a moment right now and just kind of take a review of how you're feeling. Just think about how your mind is right now. Are you calm or are you kind of worried? When you get to your heart, is it pounding a little bit because of stress and anxiety, because of the difference in today's world? And when you get down to your gut, do you feel like you have rocks in it or a big old lump because you really don't know what you're going to do? Take inventory of the feelings that you have right now and decide if this is the way that you want to be living your life now or ever in the future, because this isn't the last time that there's going to be difficulties in the world. But this is the time that you get to make the decision on whether or not you're truly going to go all in and you're truly going to buy into the system and do the work necessary, because getting into action is the solution to everything. Okay? So if you don't ever want to be in this position again or have your family be in this position that you might be in right now, It's time to you to get out of your own way and make the decision to follow through with your daily activities that you need to be doing to make the change in your life that will help you to be able to breathe easy and to feel better and to be able to help others by lifting them up and being the light that they need you to be. So is there anything else you want to add before we throw a challenge down?
Yeah, let's just throw a challenge on. And it's just, again, is really kind of take an inventory of what's happening around you. Take your pulse and ask yourself, just kind of go dig deep. Am I a problem solver? Or I'm just going to sit here and observe and watch people suffer unnecessarily when I could be changing everything. It's going to be a major gut check to get over your own issues, your own shyness, your own insecurities, your own fear, and realize that however significantly you get over your fear and insecurities is how significantly you're going to bless other people. If you just do away with all your fear and you go crazy and you share this with people, you're going to help a lot of people. If it's maybe one person at a time, and we're going to drop a challenge on you, you can decide at what level you get over it and your fears and uncertainties and stuff. And I would just say this, you don't have to go read all the studies for me to just tell you how awesome our products are. Just have faith and believe that they are, that if there's people that are willing to get together like this, just trust the products are amazing. And if you don't know really much about our company and you want to go check and see what we've done over the last however many years, just trust that we've got amazing people here, and just trust that the time is now. And just trust that your team is well equipped. They've got great leaders that you can lean upon, and you've got a wonderful system in place, and then just get after it. But yeah, let's drop a challenge.
Well, and you know, and guys, by the way, we work together really well as Crossline too. And so we talked with Daisy earlier today about us letting you guys know that we too do 3 live opportunity overviews every single week now. We were just on Tuesday nights, but we've upped it by 2 more. So Tuesday nights, it's 5 p.m. Pacific time. On Thursday nights, we're adding in 6 p.m. Pacific time, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So these are all live opportunity overviews using the PowerPoint like we always have. And it is the same Zoom ID number for all 3 of these opportunity overviews. So if you want to take note of it, the Zoom ID number is 403-830-745. The first time you come into our meeting platform, you do have to register, but then after that, you can enter anytime to any of these, and we invite you to utilize this tool. So challenge, dropping the gauntlet right here. Do you want change in your life? Put your hand up if you want change.
Yes,
you want to help other people change, right? Say yes. Okay, so the thing is, this is the way you change, is by doing the do. So how many people each day are you willing to get started into your system? Whether it's a 1, 2, 3 system, product, business, team, whatever it is, how many every single day are you ready to get started into it and then follow up with? Now you have to make that decision for yourself, but we would challenge you to at least do one
a day,
every single day, right? At least one every single day. And what we want you to do, this is part of the accountability part. We know that you guys have a team Facebook page. We would love for you guys all to make your decision, go into the team Facebook page and make your proclamation that you are going to commit to every single day, whatever your number is, starting them in the system. And then on the next day, we want you to go in and say, got it done when you got it done, okay? It starts by tonight, going to your database and deciding who you're going to talk to tomorrow, writing them down, and then just doing it tomorrow. I love the jumping up and down, doing a dance, whatever you got to do to be able to get on the phone to have the conversation, right? Or making that voice message on Facebook Messenger, sending the text, whatever you've got to do, we've got to get the conversation started and get people started going through the system. So how many of you are in for deciding how many people, and we challenge you minimum of 1 every single day, but if you want bigger change faster, how many are you willing to do, right? You have to decide, commit to it. Awesome. I love that, Joel, too, in there. I saw your fingers there. How many you got, Wendy? Is that 5 a day? I see the hand up there. So, you know, Daisy, we are so thankful. We're thankful to be on this journey with you. We are so thankful for every single, by the way, you guys are a good looking group of people. Thank you so much for taking the time with us tonight. So thank you,
and make
Daisy.
that reach out authentic
Yep.
and classy, and just say, hey, you know, I have something specific I want to share with you, but I just want to check in. Are you safe and are you okay? Start the conversation that way. If you could do that with one person every day and continue that, at least one person, again, drop the challenge, I'm in, And then when you get it done, go on your Facebook page and say, I got it done. Because it's the visual reinforcement. When somebody sees all these, I'm in, I got it done, you're going to start building momentum and camaraderie and team support in your own team. And every single time somebody says, I'm in, I did it, somebody's life could potentially have been blessed. And they're going to appreciate that you're reaching out to check on them. And they're going to respond back and probably ask you the same thing. And there you go. You've got an authentic conversation that started in the right way for the right reasons. And who knows where it could go. And ultimately, you're going to be helping or giving the opportunity to help people. But thank you again, Daisy, so much for the invitation. Thank you.
You guys, so good. Thank you so much. I just, I learn every time so much, and I'm sure my team is feeling the same way. But can you guys give the number one more time? So we're getting a lot of messages. Yeah. The number and then the times.
Yeah.
Everybody ready for this?
Zoom ID 403-830-745. Tuesday nights, and these are all Pacific times, so you'll have to make your alterations there. Tuesday nights at 5 p.m., Thursday at 6 p.m., and Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm writing this down too because I'm going to jump on those too. But so appreciate you guys and just grateful. Thank you so much. I love this company and just that everyone helps each other, you know, and we're blessed. We are all very blessed right now. I'm feeling it. And this is just the beginning. Imagine like a month from now, you know, it's going to be crazy stuff. So thank you again. And let me know if I can return the favor. I'm grateful. We all are.
Our absolute honor. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.